greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside us while we live.
Our four adventurers found themselves continuing through the horrifying, smelly, and otherwise dank sewers of the cult base of the Dead 3. They were moving around, killing things, blowing up themselves, and causing all sorts of, well, cult murdering, as you do as an adventurer. Near the end of the last session, they confronted who they found out was Mortlock Vampithur, a very large, heavily scarred man who created a treaty with the party. In order to preserve his own life, he said that he was being targeted by the cult, and he stated that his two brothers, Emmerich and Thirstwell, were conspiring against him. And it was only then that he was being attacked by a man with a skull, visage, and a bare chest that he becomes saved by the party. You also all learned that the city of El Terrell, the holy city that has vanished and has left nothing more than a crater in the ground, apparently according to Mortlock, has been sent into the first layer of hell, Avernus. We are discussing things with Mortlock at this point in time before we concluded. I believe we gathered a very large amount of treasure from some chests over here in this area. And assuming that we are all ready to go, we can begin. Who wants to go first?
So we left off with Margot basically opening the chests. A large amount of treasure being taken. Now, if I recall correctly, Chris, you said that there is sacks and everything to pick things up here, right?
It was a very large amount of treasure. The boxes, the chests that you got them from themselves are able to be picked up and carried. But the chests range from 25 to almost 40 pounds each, and there's 4 of them.
Why don't we come back and get this treasure after we finish clearing out this cultist headquarters? And then that way we can all carry it up to the surface together after.
Treasure is not important to me. What's important to me is that there's a person waiting for us up ahead.
Well, what can I do to help the group? Do we need any healing? I think I'm able to heal up a few of y'all. Or we could also perhaps take just a quick little short rest. I can play a few songs. Lighten the mood here.
As you guys are talking, Mortlock, who has sat down on the island in the middle of this room you guys are in, speaks up and says, I would highly encourage not waiting too long to confront this leader. Of the 3 that resided here, he is the most cunning and the most dangerous. If you wait too long, you may find him not there anymore, and the Dead 3 can and will be instituted once again.
I see. Anything we should keep in mind going forward? Anything to watch out for?
From what I know, the leader you're about to confront, or that I wish you would, his name is Vaz. He's a special one. Definitely fucked up in the head. He may also call for help as well. Which is why. And he stands up, walks over to this front entrance to the cavern right here. It starts leaning against the wall.
I will keep watch on this side. There's no way out ahead. The only way he can escape is through back where he came. If he tries to run through it, I'll try my best to stop him. Alongside any other curious cultists that come this way.
Understood.
Well, all right. I guess we should probably go confront this Voss guy.
She kind of gestures to. Did we already split up the treasure?
I believe it was decided that you guys would wait
No.
before splitting everything up. Because it's a lot
that's
to
what I
carry.
thought. She jerks her thumb at the chest and says, "You sure no one else is gonna take any of that shit? It's gonna be there when we come back, right?"
Yeah, I think we just talked about that, Margot. I think we were kind of discussing we should wait and deal with the treasure after we finish clearing out the cultist headquarters.
Morlock looks over at Margot.
Don't worry. The treasure will be there. I've no interest. I've already taken what I want in order to charter a ship out of the city. You'll find everything in one piece.
She kind of looks at the cultists and shrugs her shoulders, although, she's thinking that there's probably more of them.
With that said, we need to talk about how we approach this. I'm quite hurt. I cannot afford to go into melee range against whatever we're fighting. I'd like to keep my distance. Cathala, Margot, and Requiem, I think you should go in and talk to this person. Try to keep his attention focused on, and let him monologue. Let him say things that he has to say. I'll try to go into this other room, see what we find, see if there is any other person that might just hit us from behind. And if there isn't, I'll immediately come to you and wait for my signal. When you hear my signal, we try our best not to die and take care of this fucker.
Requiem?
Yeah?
You said you could do some healing, right?
Actually, I think it would be better if I saved some of my healing. I don't have a lot left, but I was considering bestowing heroism on you, which will give you a nice boost in the challenge ahead of us.
Sounds about right. Alright.
Hey guys,
Do
try to stay alive, okay? And Kragan will walk
Always
towards this other place.
Alrighty, so Kragan, real quick, for the purposes of you sneaking around, go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please.
I shall do that very happily. What did I roll?
Alright, that's pretty good. Okie dokie. So you're heading into there. Once you actually hit this little area right here. Where is my thing? There it is. All you see in this area specifically is just a wooden crate with some unlit torches inside, which you're more than welcome to pick up and replenish your own supply of torches you may have used.
Yeah, certainly. I shall do that.
There are 5 in total.
I'll take all of them.
Do it. Yoink, yoink.
Going.
All right, and as you approach this rotting wooden door, what do you do to it? Do you open it? Do you sniff it? Do you smell the door?
I won't sniff it. I will try the handle or see if it can be opened or if it's locked.
Okay. You definitely try the handle, and it does creak open very easily.
Rats.
And as you enter the room, the light from your torch suddenly scatters a few rats throughout the corners of the room. And
guys.
inside, you find some more crates. There are 6 crates, to be exact, strewn out through the entirety of the room. What do you decide to do?
Is this blocked or is this open? Like whoever would be in this room would be able to see me.
This is more of a ramp, so make a perception check for me real quick.
Gotcha.
Judging from where you are, there is no obstacles or things similar through the middle of this room and the other one. And so whoever might be standing over there probably will be able to see you if they notice you.
Okay. So I'll try to duck. You know, like you say this is a ramp. Does it go from bottom to...
it goes bottom up. So you're on the higher platform.
I'm on higher platform. So if I duck, I should be able to... So I will duck and try to check, hide behind the crates as I'm moving. Try to check if there is any... if there is anything of use. I'm looking specifically for weapons, potions, or anything of the sort. Something that could help me on the battle up ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please.
I'm not good at that. I'm not very good at that.
So you look through, sneaking around, ducking in between the crates, ducking behind some crates as to not catch the eye of whoever this gentleman might be in the far side. You do find some things, though with your investigation check you don't find all the things. What you do find is you find 10 days worth of rations, a bag with you, which you look inside very briefly, and you find 20 caltrops, and you find 3 flasks of alchemist's fire.
Anything else, or this is everything?
That's all you find with that roll.
Gotcha. Okay. With me finding this, I will of course pocket everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue to the allies.
Okay. So, friends, you see a set of stairs rising up before you. Who is taking point? What is our marching order? What is our plan?
Going first.
Are we gonna be trying to butter this guy up and talk to him? Just to stall some time? I'd be happy to walk in and try and just make him not feel attacked. If you don't mind me heading in first, I'll keep my distance though. And Requiem she'll walk in, she'll have her hands up like this. She'll walk in very slowly back here. Actually, she'll stand in the corner. Hi there, you must be Mr. Voss. We have heard so much about you. I am Requiem. I am a performer and entertainer. Maybe you have heard of me.
So, as you walk inside this room, you see this. Burnt torch stubs litter the floor of this hall, the western end of which is occupied by 3 6-foot-tall painted wooden statues. Each statue stands atop a 2-foot-high block of red stone, making it look taller and foreboding. The center statue resembles a heavily armored man whose face is hidden behind the fearsome visor of his helmet. He's painted red, except for his right gauntlet, which is black. Clutched in this gauntlet is a blood-red spear pointed upwards. The statue to the north depicts a purple-garbed male noble wearing a harlequin mask and holding a dagger behind his back. And the statue to the south portrays a black-robed skeleton with its jaw opened wide and his bony hands outstretched. As you say these words to him, this is what you see him do. The man stands at the end of the room, facing away from you initially. And he just very, very calmly says,
I know there's more of you here. Everybody get inside. I wish to address to you all.
Slowly go inside.
Certainly, first off, I love these statues. Whoever carved them, excellent taste. I'm a very big fan of art, and they just have a great eye for detail, especially that blood spear. Beautiful. Just beautiful. We love... Requiem will immediately get quiet. Alright,
As
y'all.
everybody filters inside the room, you see his bare skull head turn slightly towards you. His upper bare torso, a menagerie of scars and insignias, but none so horrifyingly captivating as the flesh that is rendered from his entire head. As he turns to face each and every single one of you, you have an initial moment of disgust, fear, and dread as you see nothing but darkness where his eyes would be, black and cold like the void of death.
Oh, God.
Why have you come? Why have you come here?
As he twitches towards your persons.
Well, we are big fans of the Dead Three. They are very dead, and 3 of them. And we would love to join y'all in worshiping the darkest of the Dead Three. I really like Merkul because I like bones. But all the other ones are cool too. I think they're all great. I love what you've done with this place, by the way, with the gasoline. That's very
Your
cool
words
touch.
are empty and meaningless, much like your goal here. Why do people sleep at night, knowing there are others out there who are suffering, screaming, dying in pain? Why are the men, women, children living their lives as if the only ones on this plane? If people were truly good, if humanity, if any creature that possesses a soul is truly worthy of this life, then why? Why do they sit idly while those caught by the ravaging waves of fate pass through this world within a blink of an eye?
You'll see Requiem will kind of scoop Margot next to her, like keeping her kind of close.
She was already walking closer.
Oh, I saw you, girl.
She was like,
The answer is simple. Humanity is tainted. A blight unto the world. But my Lord, my God, has given me purpose. A glorious, divine commission, which is very, very simple. Spread fear. Fear of a future that is coming to all. A fear of a painful, merciless death.
Everybody, please roll initiative.
Seem to be projecting, buddy. Everything okay?
So I know that Den was trying to shoot an arrow as he was monologuing, but we did not want to interrupt that beautiful performance.
Thank you. I will allow that, Kregan, since I was very caught up in the act. Go ahead and roll your initial arrow strike.
Okay. It didn't roll. Oh, it did roll. Yep, that's it. 14.
14. All right. As this skull-faced gentleman cackling and screaming with an otherworldly voice, you let loose an arrow towards him, and he just reaches out his hand and catches it, and notices you in the back, and just continues cocking his head as he smiles his great big skull-faced smile.
Jesus, a 22 didn't hit?
I think it did, because otherwise you wouldn't have your roll damage. Probably a feature.
That's dope. Okay.
Well, Kregan will hit again, starting at 18.
Yeah, go ahead.
He catches it, and basically, like full of confidence, Kregan pulls out another arrow, aims, and lets loose. 19. Or 11.
19, that definitely hits. 11 points of damage. Taking a moment to kind of learn and appreciate the pure terror that this gentleman is, you let loose another arrow and you fire directly at him. You catch him. You catch him right on the cheekbone as it whizzes by him, causing enough but minimal damage.
Okay.
Next up is the gentleman, the Deaths Head of Bhaal himself. So he stares at. Let's see. All right, Cathalia. He turns to you, who is the closest, and he just makes eye contact with you with what hollow sockets he has. For a very brief moment, you just feel this cold, sinking sensation in the pit of your stomach. You feel almost like these vines enclosing around your mind, trying to take control of you. I need you to roll a Constitution saving, or a Wisdom saving throw, please. So as you feel this cold, sinking sensation set in the pit of your stomach, you look at this man and you suddenly realize that this is when you die. This is it. And you just can't help but just stand there, staring. You are stunned until his next turn. And as he sees this effect take hold of you, he just very calmly walks towards you. And as he opens his mouth once more, he lets out another menacing cry.
I guarantee that your death will appease my God in all of his splendor.
Both of these attacks will have advantage on you due to you being stunned. He's going to hit you once with a dagger with a 15 to hit. Nope.
Wait.
And that is a natural 20.
That hits.
Wait. Yeah, 15 does hit. Never mind.
15 does it? All right, so that's a 15 and a natural 20 to hit you. All right, so you immediately take 9 piercing damage as this man steps towards you and just slowly slides the dagger into your shoulder. And the pain you just feel racks your body as you feel this cold, just helplessness take control of your person. And he strikes you again, this time directly into the side of your neck with the next dagger attack, which will do a total of... that's going to be another 10 damage to your person.
I'm out. Relentless
You down?
endurance.
Okay, so you feel this dagger just slowly get driven into your neck, and you feel the pulse of darkness around your eyes as you fight against it. You fight. You take a deep breath and you shove him aside, breathing heavily, bleeding profusely from your neck, but you're still in the game. And that is going to be his turn. It is your turn now, Cathalia. What do you plan on doing?
Rage.
You would like to rage. You scream at the top of your lungs, setting your voice throughout the entirety of the cavern underground. What do you plan on doing?
I can't do much else.
That's what.
And I'm gonna swing at it with my great axe.
16 will hit. Roll damage. Nice. 15 damage. All right, and how do you attack him, retaliating from his 2 strikes to you?
I'm pissed off as fuck, and I will grab my great axe and just swing wildly at him as hard as I can.
Alrighty. You swing at him and you catch him right across the shoulder, right kind of like cutting across his upper shoulder to his down to his armpits. It gouts out in blood, but he doesn't even look phased. He's just staring at you, those cold dead eyes seeping into your soul.
Phony asshole.
That is your turn. Requiem, what are you doing?
I'm gonna touch Cathalia. I'm gonna give her heroism, so you will have you will be imbued with bravery, and you're gonna get 4 temporary hit points right now at the start of each of your turn, and they come back at the beginning of each of your turn. And then Requiem is gonna run into this room.
You can still use Vicious Mockery, right? It's a cantrip. Oh, but no, this is an action.
And
Never mind.
know it's one action.
Never mind.
Yeah, action heroism, and then she's moving away. You don't want to use your bonus action for anything?
I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration. I'm gonna give it to Margot.
Okay.
Margot, you have a 1d6 inspiration die. Remember that.
I feel inspired.
How do you inspire her?
I'm gonna say, "You can do this," but I can't, and then I'm gonna run.
As Requiem very, very quickly darts off to the other room. You feel inspired? Question mark. All right, so that is her turn. Margot, you are up. You've just seen this skull-faced figure drive a dagger into Cathalia, who is surprisingly still standing. You have no idea how she's doing that. What do you do?
Well, firstly, she looks horrified, and her first instinct is to go over to Cathalia, but in the heat of battle, unfortunately, she just has to bleed out for a while. I will move her. I'll spend my last key point to attack her a bunch of times.
Alrighty, so you're doing 1 action punch, and then bonus action key points, 2 more punches? Awesome, that hits.
Can I add the 1d6 to this damage?
Not to damage, but to the attack
Or
rolls.
it's a roll. Okay, gotcha. I wasn't sure how that worked.
You can also save that for a saving throw if you also desired.
If he glares at you.
That also hits, and all 3 hit. Roll damage for all 3. Wow.
Oops, inspired.
Holy shit.
Monks, man.
You'll hear Requiem in the other room. Woo! I knew you could do it!
18 damage. That's crazy.
Holy
Alrighty.
shit.
She just fury of blows, just like lightning beats the shit out
Jab,
of him.
jab, hook.
My friend! My new friend!
So that would be, yeah. Okay, awesome. And that is your turn, I'm assuming, yes? Cool. Gregan,
Well,
you
first one
are
is
doing this.
15 feet. I'm going to attack with my longbow for 24. No, sorry. No, that shouldn't be with. Oh, actually, I'm going to use inspiration if that's a fucking 10. I'm going to use my point of inspiration to attack with a 22. I'm going to deal 13 damage.
13 damage as he let loose another bow. This time he eyes you once more, and he just catches it again and just stares at you as you run away,
Okay.
doing no damage.
How many times? How many times should be able to do that? Not many. Keep going.
You don't know.
We will see.
Do you have a bonus action you want to do?
No.
Okay. Next up, the man himself. Seemingly berated by a very large amount of punches. He turns to you, Margot, and does the exact same thing that he did to Cathalia. He stares at you with this just dark visage as he tilts his head and just says to you this sentence.
Why fight? Why continue this life, knowing that there's nothing you can do, no feasible way you could ever possibly be in control of your own fate? Give up and succumb to my god.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please, Margot.
I am going to use that 1d6.
You may. You may this would be the best time to do so.
She
I like
doesn't
how you threw
fucking.
that hint in there a second ago.
She doesn't fucking need it, yo.
You don't even fucking need it, man.
I don't even need it. You literally look at him and you tilt your head the other way and you let loose. What do you say as a retort?
Well, you're ugly.
I demand that be a vicious mockery. I demand that be a
my
vicious
gosh.
mockery.
He's doing it to her for
Oh
his friends.
man. If you hadn't already used your inspiration, I would have given you another one because that was amazing. That was fantastic. That's the best. He's still gonna stab you though, so we'll see. So this is gonna be a 12 to hit. Nope. And a 24 to hit, which I think will hit.
No.
All right, and that's going to be a grand total of 7 damage to your person. As he has his own retort to your comment by stabbing you in the chest.
Oh, fuck.
The proper thing to say while being stabbed in the chest.
She's not very quick.
That's okay.
She's nice, but she's not quick.
All right, Cathalia, you immediately gain 4 temporary hit points as per the heroism spell. What do you do?
Hey, bunny bitch, look over here. So I bet. Oh shit! No, not the hand axe. My bad. It was supposed to be the great axe.
13, unfortunately, as you swing down, he actually bats it off to the side with his bare hand and is now focused on you again.
Well, that got your attention.
Anything he would like to do other than that?
I don't got anything else I can do.
Alrighty. Level 2! Level 2! Level 2!
Yeah.
Alright, Requiem.
All right, so I'm gonna viciously mock this guy, and I'm just gonna say, you know, for a cult that worships Bhaal, you don't have any balls. And then I'm gonna bonus bardic inspiration, Cathalia. Brings me down.
Okay. You say these words to him, and he looks at you from the distance, and kind of you barely don't see it, but you kind of look at him, kind of look down at his ball sack for a second, and then look back at you.
And then I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna duck out of view.
Don't kill me. Alrighty, he will definitely take that 1 point of psychic damage
And disadvantage.
and disadvantage on his next attack. Do
really
always
hurt
remind me
me,
of that, because I may forget.
I will.
I will.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Margot, what you doing?
How, does he look damaged?
You watch him, and he's definitely bleeding from multiple wounds. He's definitely got a few bruises that are getting probably showing up in the morning if he survives this. He doesn't look terrible, but he's definitely not doing great.
Okay.
Next kung fu fighting.
I guess I'll just take the chance and I'll do it again. Now, instead of using the key point though, I'll just do my basic 2.
All right, 2 punches coming in hot. Let's go for it.
One punch man. What about two punch woman?
2 punch woman.
You do have bardic
Alright.
inspiration still, though.
You do have an inspiration, correct?
So that's
If
a
you'd like to add
1d6.
I'm gonna use it.
All right. Go ahead and roll 1d6. Unfortunately, even if you put it on the 11, that's still not going to hit. So you rush up and you once again do jab to his chest. This time, though, he not only parries one, but he clutches your fist in the other and turns it to the side, staring at you. All right, Cregan, what you doing?
As he's having this stare down with Margot, Cregan is gonna pull another arrow and let loose towards this guy. 18?
That will hit. Roll damage, please.
That's gonna be 18 damage.
18. Once again, you let loose an arrow, and he almost instinctually knows exactly when and where it's going to be placed. And he looks at you, and this time actually makes a comment.
They're futile. Your attacks, they do nothing. Why keep trying when there's nothing to be gained?
Even the wall eventually cracks if you bang your head enough. And Cregan will retreat.
I'm getting the hell out of here. That's 5, 10. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Next up is his turn. So,
Disadvantage.
he does have disadvantage. However, he looks at you, Cathalia. Wisdom saving throw, please.
You also have Bardic Inspiration.
You have inspiration.
She rolls in that one.
Oh, fucking shit.
I don't think.
Once again, you feel your skin tighten and your muscles lock in place. You are stunned until his next turn, I'm afraid. Which you will use this opportunity to stab you once again with
Normal.
a 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That's going to be only 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Reduced or unreduced by her rage?
Reduced by rage, so that's going to be 6, so that's 3.
That's 3. So that's only 3 points of damage to her temporary hit points by her reason. Yep.
Correct. So you are still up. He's going to turn to you, Margot, and lash out a dagger at you, which is going to be a 26 to hit. All right. That will be an amazing 6 points of damage as well.
Jesus fucking
I am now
Christ.
unconscious.
All right. As he lashes out with you, with a flourish, he twirls his dagger around and just stabs you right where the neck is, and you just see your life fade. You are now unconscious on the floor. And he actually leaves that dagger in your neck, preventing from any heavy blood flow. And that is his turn. Cathalia, you are stunned. There is nothing you can do.
Except get your
otherwise-
4 temporary hit points back.
Which I did. Thank you.
Which you do.
Nice.
You stand there and you just see like, oh, I feel healthier. Requiem, your turn.
I'm gonna poke my head out here. I'm going to Healing Word bonus action Cathalia.
No, Margot. She's the one down.
Oh, Margot. Sorry, Margot. Jesus, sorry. I misspoke.
All right. 7 healing to you, Margot, as you feel the life enter your body once more.
And I'll viciously mock this asshole again. And I'll just be like, where's your balls now? Funny man! And I'll run back over here.
I hope that doesn't work because it got old.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's great. He will take that 4 psychic points of damage. Perfect. In that case, Margot, you are prone on the floor, but you are breathing. You can use half your movement to stand up. And after that, what are you doing? Punch, punch?
I'm going to disengage 20 feet then.
Disengage 20 feet. Okay. Where are you moving to?
This corner up here, 20th.
Okay. You are here for hair. You're disengaged. I tried to add flourish to it, but it didn't work on the end. Okay. Alrighty, Cregan. 4th time's the charm, right?
Well, let's see if I hit first. I do. He will
That
take
will
out.
certainly hit.
He will take out an arrow, put it in his bow. This time, just try to aim it. Hopefully, won't be unable to catch it. That's gonna be 11 damage.
Alrighty. 11 damage. This time, You see him struggling with Cathalia. Actually, Cathalia's stunned, so the flavor would be that... I don't know, he's just standing there. I don't know. He's looking menacing. He does attempt to grab it once again, but it just barely goes right through his hand and right into his thigh, and he does take that damage finally.
Awesome. He's out of those fancy moves, I see. Kraken will just go back.
All right. It is now his turn. Margot, as you run away from the skull-faced man, you just very quietly hear behind you.
No one can run from death.
Wisdom
He
saving
just
throw.
like shrieks.
She freaks. That just barely makes it. As you shake off the effects of his stunning gaze once more.
I'm so
You are
terrified though.
stunned. As he senses this fail, he turns to you, Cathalia. And he says,
My lord would be disappointed in me. But my tenants designate only one murder per 10 days.
he's gonna attack you twice. He's gonna attack you twice.
With disadvantage.
With one disadvantage, you are no longer stunned. Actually, at the end, so you're still stunned technically, so he still
At
gets
the end of
advantage.
his turn,
So,
okay.
yeah. So this is going to be a normal roll, which is going to be a 19 to hit, unfortunately. Then the roll with advantage will be a 24. So both of these are going to hit. This is going to be rough. That is 9 points of damage reduced to 4, so 4 damage.
Temporary hit. Done.
And here's the next one. That's going to be only 3 points of damage.
No.
You're out? All right. Unfortunately, this man in front of you, your fear is getting the better hand of you. It's not a natural fear. This is very much a supernatural overtaking of your own fear senses as you just sit there stunned and paralyzed as he once again strikes you and you crumple to the ground unconscious. Make a death saving throw, please. That is one success. Requiem. As you peer around the corner once more, you see the skull-faced man standing literally above Cathalia with a dagger in hand. He looks like he's literally about to kill her right before you.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. I
Okay.
don't have any healing. I'm so sorry, Cathalia.
She's so
and then
rude.
I will just say, I'll just say, hey, that's no way to treat potential cult members, you jerk. And then I'm gonna use my movement to run here, and I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs, Mortlock, please, we need your help. We can't do this alone. Please help us. Please. We're gonna die.
Alrighty.
That'll end my turn.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
We need to persuade this guy.
Okay. You'll find out.
God damn it.
Margot, you are cradling this corner. You're seeing this man right next to Cathalia, dagger in hand, rising it to finish the final blow. You're sitting there, your fear getting the better of you. What are you doing?
Crying a little bit. But she's gonna kind of stay in her corner and pull her javelin out and give it a throw.
Okay, go ahead and roll. 25th row, absolutely hit.
And that'll be it for now.
That'll be it for now. Sounds good. You throw this javelin at him out of fear and just pure adrenaline running through your veins. He seems like he has no longer considered you a threat. And so this javelin coming at him out of nowhere definitely catches him off guard, and he does embed itself inside of his shoulder. But
Right.
he is unyielding, unflinching. He wants to kill. Kragan,
God,
are you
Lord,
doing?
will it ever die?
Dragon, so you said that he looks like he's about to kill Cathalia even though she's on the ground, right? Like she isn't focusing on us, she wants to kill Cathalia, right?
Kragan wouldn't know this, but if he were to enter a line of sight, he would see literally like Cathalia on the ground, legs on either side, just preparing for a final strike.
Gotcha. Well, Kragan is going to walk in the room as he would always do, and he's gonna see what you're saying. He's gonna like widen his eyes for a bit as he kind of like sort of panics for a moment. He is going to drop his hunter's mark and activate Zephyr Strike. I will attack with advantage with my longbow towards this guy.
Please roll.
It's gonna be a 20.
That hits. Roll damage.
It's gonna be 11 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Whew. So Zephyr Strike doubles my movement speed, right? So what Kraken is going to do is he very not carefully lets loose an arrow, and he, using like the movement of the wind that provides him in this dungeon, he is going to run faster than the arrow, or at least try to attempt to run faster than the arrow to this guy, and he is going to pull out his longsword as he's moving and just stab this guy in the stomach. And as he stabs in the stomach, the arrow just hits him right in the skull. And Kraken kneels with him down on the ground and just twists his sword. Try to make sure this guy's dead.
And as you do this, you hear this horrifying sound.
I'm coming. My God.
As he drops, deceased, no longer moving. Cathalia, make another death saving throw, please.
Kraken stands up. Give him my regards. And he will immediately go to Cathalia and check how she's doing.
Yeah! Alright, that's one fail. Initiative is now officially over.
I'll give her 1 HP. As I
And
slap
you
her
do
back
so
around.
with gusto. Man, it's hard to describe. Are you proficient in medicine?
Let me see. I am.
Okay, so you immediately rip off just a very small portion of your cloak. You start bandaging things. You set her up straight. You do all the necessary things as Requiem and Margot rush up as well. You tilt her head back. She is stabilized, but you don't know how long it's going to take for her to reawaken.
Requiem's gonna go over to this really mean guy. She's gonna just kick him.
Will you allow me to make?
He's not my back.
Will you allow me to make another investigation check here? See if I can find something that could help us. Like, I know I rolled a 5. I want to see if there is like.
Yeah. So for the sake of this, because there's no immediate threats to anything, I'll say you do manage, alongside with Requiem, find the rest of the items. In addition to what you found earlier, you also find 6 sets of manacles, 4 tinder boxes, 9 daggers, and 4 vials with a viscous red liquid inside.
Requiem, can you identify these potions for me? See
Well,
what they
heck
are?
yeah, I can.
Use that spell you have, like the general guess.
Oh yeah,
I will
I can
murder
general
you
guess
both.
what it is for sure. And I'll spend 10 minutes to just make a general guess as to what this might do or the air might do.
It's
That's
something.
around it. Well,
No,
if I were to guess,
it's for potions of healing.
Oh hell, fucking yes. He's going to take them. The moment that Requiem tells him, he's going to just push for everyone. He will only take the potions, and he will chug. What?
hey, I'd like a potion. Excuse me, I helped. I'd like one of those potions, please.
Kraken ignores her, kneels on the side of Cathalia, picks up her head, and administers a potion.
Requiem will be poking him like a small child. Excuse me. I asked for one of those healing potions. I think
Excuse me, can I see your manager?
I should have one of those potions. I identified them. It's only fair. I'm the only person here who's been healing people, and that'd be really nice to have.
Cathalia, you slowly start to come to the fear subsiding from your sense. And that word is kneel. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
I was going to kneel.
What was in the bag?
Sure. Gold.
In the bag was 30 gold and 20 silver.
Cregan is going to take out his longsword, stab it on the ground, and then kneel in front of the statue.
Okay.
Do I have control of myself over like my words or anything?
You remain there for 6 seconds, and then you feel yourself start to gain control of yourself again. Go ahead and make another charisma saving throw.
Oh, wow, this is a...
We're gonna notice this, right?
You do see Cregan look at the statue, and then all of a sudden kneel before it, and then a few seconds later he kind of stands up and kind of shakes it off.
He doesn't stand back. What he will do, he will recoil as he's kneeling. The moment he gets himself up, he is going to throw himself back, kind of like, laying on the ground as he drags himself up.
Well, hey there, weirdo. You okay?
Don't go near that statue. It did something to me just now.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw
kneel
that.
in front of it. What the fuck, man?
I'm sorry, back where I come from, statues don't force people to kneel.
Oh.
Oh,
You
the
should've started off
statue
with that,
made
dude.
you do it. Oh goodness, that is a load of baloney, if you ask me.
Be my guest, go and stay there.
What do I have to roll?
Charisma saving throw, please. You don't feel anything.
What? See, nothing happened. God. Honestly, you humans are just something. Bless your heart.
As you guys are discussing this, you see Cathalia rush forward and smash the statue. No.
No. I'm still pissed. I want to take out this dead cultist. I want to cut off its head or something.
What about this other one, Chris?
Which one? The top one or the bottom one?
As I'm recalling, as I stand up, I kind of like turn to the left to see this other one. What does it do? Does it make me
the one
kneel?
The one to your immediate left, all you see is a cloaked figure with a skeleton, rather, with his jaw opened wide and his hands just outstretched. It appears to me some form of either mourning or praising or receiving glory. And as you get near it, you don't feel any special effects take place. As you're doing this, Cathalia, your anger gets the better of you, and you turn this guy into a pile of meat.
That's what you get, asshole.
But he was bones.
That's true. God, it hurts
Meaty
all
bones.
over. Fuck. I'm just gonna sit down, guys. You guys do your weird investigative shit.
We come for the bones, old man. Okay, what's the other one?
Do we wanna maybe take a little brief respite? I could play us some music.
With a traumatized look on Margot's face, she just kind of putteringly agrees with that plan.
We do not have time to wait. I think we should give Cathala the rest of the potions. We push on ahead and we clear the rest of it.
What does this other one is?
The other one is...
Well, I put up my notes.
The statue, that one depicts a purple-garbed male noble wearing a harlequin mask and holding a dagger behind its back.
Is the dagger and the mask removable, or are they part of the statue? And the spear, of course, on the gauntlet.
You can attempt to. Would you like to?
I very carefully, almost as if he's pulled by something, Kragan is gonna raise his hand and just gonna touch the mask, see if it moves.
It appears to shift very slightly.
He will slide his fingers into like the two eye sockets and take it.
You
Do I
remove
die?
the mask, and upon doing so, you take 30d8. No. You pull the mask off, and it takes you back for a second. You see the very, very obvious skull-faced visage of Bhaal himself behind the mask that was placed onto the statue. Very similar to the man that you felled right next to you.
I don't feel anything particular changing.
Doesn't appear to be, from what you can tell.
Okay, I think I've pushed for this too much. I'm just going to like drop. I'm just gonna go back.
You drop the mask and
Oh no, I'm taking the mask, but I'm just like dropping the act. I'm dropping the whole search thing. Yeah, I'm just leaving.
I don't know for this shit. Bye.
I'm keeping the mask though. How does the mask look?
It looks like a Harlequin mask. If you ever seen, let's. How can I describe this? Harlequin mask.
Oh, Mr. J.
It's like a jester, like a jester mask.
Cool. I actually love that. Okay.
It gives off the visage of a smiling, happy jester when deep down you feel Bhaal holds many, many secrets. Very mysterious.
Gathaila, how are you feeling?
Still feeling like shit, but I'll get over it.
Ready for one more push?
Why not?
How's everyone's health looking over here? Everyone feeling tip top?
Oh, I feel like shit, but
Kragan, didn't you have healing potions for her?
I already took mine. What do you mean? I gave you one to Requiem, one to Margot, one to Capella.
Fine, here you go. I'll give my healing potion over to Cathalia. I even made like a little thing.
I made this for you. What are you guys doing? You guys taking a short rest? Or pushing
No.
on?
I mean, Kragan would disagree with that because, like, you did say last session that we did take a long rest here, and like the activities usually would start by this time. And there is still like the sleeping areas, and I'm presuming it's still morning since we like did the attack at 6 a.m. I would say we have like just some more time to get the drop on this people. That's Kragan's idea.
Information to your discretion.
If anybody wants, if anybody wants to do something else or they have better ideas, which, let's be honest, I only have the best ideas.
God, that red liquid really made me feel better. All right, can get used to this.
Mortlock, my friend, we took care of whatever the fuck that guy was.
As you approach him, he starts to kind of stand back up from his resting position.
Yeah, he was always kind of fucked up in the head. But I'm glad to see that not only you took care of him, but rather you made it out alive.
And kind of eyes you all.
For the most part. In any case, what are your plans now?
Sleeping quarters? There are still more people there, you said?
Your help
Should
would
be.
be, really appreciated.
From the looks of things, it seems you all are capable. I suppose I have no issue assisting, if it means that my safety is ensured.
Well, certainly. I know we all want to get out of here alive.
Very well. You lead the way.
How many are we
I
looking
get
at?
the lead? Wait, what?
How many people are we looking at?
Don't know. Maybe a few. Maybe a bunch. Depends on who's here. Who's sleeping.
Do we get level 3 by the way, guys?
You do, yes. You have level 3. But we can take care of that during the break.
Later. Gotcha.
Yes.
I already have that sheet prepared, so I'm good to go.
Margot, we go take care of everything, and I'll give you my share of the gold for the treasure. Come and help us.
Well, of course I'll come and help you. We've been through a lot together. We've almost died together at this point. I won't leave you now.
Dragon will take the lead. Start walking. Since he now has dark vision, I don't need the torches anymore.
Yeah, as you're walking, Cregan, your eyes suddenly just become better. And it's just really weird. You just can see now.
I have adjusted to the darkness.
Exactly. So, as everybody pushes on ahead, you get to this point. Or rather, where are you guys going? That's my question.
I'm opening
Here.
this door over here.
Oh, never mind. Let me in.
Requiem dashes forward,
I don't do that. I follow, I follow the group sensibly.
overshooting entirely. That's fine. You open the door, and you find a room full of bones. Bone soup, essentially, is what this entire room is. As you peer over to this pile of rubble, you see what looks to be appear to be a staircase leading up, and you gather that this perhaps was a separate entrance to this dungeon before it collapsed, either by accident or on purpose.
And the secret doors.
There is no secret doors.
Well, there's nothing here. At the best, at least, there will be no other people coming and surrounding us from behind.
Dragon continues walking.
Alrighty.
There are 2 doors.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please, Cregan.
19. I love 19.
Alright. Today is the 19 stealth day. You think you're stealthy as you continue? What are your plans?
I will go over here at this door and wait for the rest of the group to come here.
As Cathalia and Margot stop playing Tower of Cards with the Bones and continue forward.
Sorry, I got this stuck.
I'm confused. I don't understand what he meant.
Below.
I think he went down there.
I see that.
As Mortlock follows. Splish, splish, splish. As a very loud and non-stealthy Mortlock follows behind.
Is the door locked?
The door is not locked.
I will very stealthily open it. Let's see what's inside.
You creak it open very slowly and find nothing but an empty chamber with an open stone sarcophagus within.
I'll go just give an eye what's inside it.
You actually see a very organized pile of bones, organized by skull, by finger bone, by... It's almost like a maniac with OCD came and organized the 3 skeletons that were once resting in the sarcophagus.
3 skeletons. I won't fuck with that shit. I'll go back and very stealthily open the other door.
You do so.
Sure.
And what you find is, as you walk inside, you do see lying on the ground some bedrolls and packs and personal effects. This room is very much appears to be a sleeping quarters, but is completely empty.
Inside the sarcophagus? Or isn't sarcophagus?
It is, actually. And you do find various empty bottles, waste, trash. Think of like a middle schooler's room, but inside of a sarcophagus.
Will you use that net 20 for secret doors, or do I need to reroll again?
I will tell you that there are no more secret doors in this dungeon.
Okay.
Just to get rid of that whole thing.
Gotcha. Well, there's only one more door.
This place is really messy. There's monster energy drinks everywhere.
It smells like
Requiem
Axe body
It
spray.
is a dungeon.
Shut the door really quickly.
You open this door, and you find a very, very messy room with blood splattered against every single wall and floor tile. It's almost like this room exploded with blood, and the stone sarcophagus in the middle is filled to the brim with a very dark, foul-smelling broth that you can only assume is the same exact thing.
He's going to put his cloak over his nose.
There's nothing to see here anymore. It appears we've taken care of everything. There's only the prisoner, the tiefling. Or no, if I'm mistaken, Margot, you escorted her out. It seems we have completed our mission, Cathyla.
I would assume so.
Let's go back and report.
Morlock will be sitting here silently as you guys are investigating the rooms. He'll actually speak up and say,
It's curious. Normally there's at least a few cultist members enjoying the quarters of their own gods. Something's amiss. Unless you killed them all.
I mean, we did kill a bunch on the way in here. Doing various what's-its with, torturing people.
Various what's it with who's it's.
Exactly. Margot, she gets me.
We did
How many do
indeed.
you reckon are missing?
We did indeed
Sorry?
kill a few things. We got no idea how the cultists should look, but Chris, question.
yes.
Would I get the idea that the cultists look like the people who we killed in those chambers down here, or would I get the idea that cultists would appear as the person who has been backstabbed? If you remember, the guy that we found with the
Yeah, so each of the cultists of the Dead Three have a specific appearance. Bane followers normally have plate armor and signify a position of power and authority. Mycrul obviously are the filthy cultists with the skeletal hands that are normally spellcasters. And the ones of Bhaal generally carry the aura of fear that they have, assassinations, things like that. It's incredibly obvious to you throughout everything that you've done so far that you can tell what the cultists look like, and you'll be able to identify them as well.
Will you allow me to make a perception check? Are we being ambushed by invisible things?
Well, that is exactly what a perception check is for, so please do so.
Okay.
You'll hear Requiem chime in from the back. Well, it seems like they all wear black. I'm not pointing fingers, though.
You feel a sneeze coming on, Cregan. You look around, you don't see any invisible assassins.
Of course, I don't see them. They're invisible.
Well, let's proceed with caution. I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna be ambushed as we move out.
Dragon will continue walking and leading the group with a 70 perception, trying to look around if anything is going on. There's a dead body. There are more people here! As I see this person over here.
So, as you enter this point in time, as you stop right here, I think my roll 20 is lagging slightly. You see what appears to be a zombie thrown out of the hallway in front of you. Completely decimated with wounds all over its body. As it just lands in front of you, Cregan, as you step towards the doorway and just see the zombie as it stops moving.
I stab.
You instinctually into the head, taking everybody by surprise, and you hear a very familiar, gruff voice speak out from the hallway.
Well, looks like you certainly know how to deal with undead.
And Kragan, as you look up towards the voice, you see before you none other than Captain Zaj himself standing in the hallway.
Kragan will do a salute, stand at attention, Captain, and he'll bow his head.
The pleasantry's all mine. I got wind that you guys found this shithole.
And everything has been taken care of, sir.
Glad to hear that. And
he peers around you, Kragan, to the very, very beaten up Cathalia walking behind.
it appears that you were capable of leading this group through, correct? Or was it a mutual leading?
Mutual, sir. They all have a very diverse set of skills. Very useful.
Good to hear.
As you walk in, Kragan, to speak with Zaj, you see what appears to be 6 dead cultist members in the hallway behind Zaj. And looking at his person now, you see bloodstains all over him, and his sword at the side drenched in it as well. It's easy to deduct that he took care of some business while you guys were dealing with the leader.
It seems like it didn't even need us to clean the shithole.
That's true. I guess the tough part was trying to find it. I'm pretty surprised you didn't, come and alert me as soon as you knew where they were, but, I'll take your word for it that, you handle things pretty well, considering you're all still alive and not being eaten by these fucking assholes.
And he kind of pokes one of the zombies near him.
How did you find us?
Something about a tiefling yelling out in the streets. Something about crazy shit going on in the bathhouse, which normally happens. But something about cultists kind of picked up on my radar, if you get me.
I do. Well,
I didn't have enough time to pull together a full task force, considering that it's very, very early. But be that as it may, I couldn't just watch you walk in there and get yourselves murdered. It make me look bad. I'm sure you understand.
I do. Well, as it stands right now, Captain, we are out of work. We have important information, and to be honest, I've been in very dark places before, but this one gives me the fucking creeps. Maybe we can... We got great news to discuss regarding what happened to El Turel, and the same risk happening to Baldur's Gate, which I'm presuming you, of course, don't want that to happen.
I would love to hear a full report, but not right now. I gotta get my crew to do a clean sweep, see if we can eliminate any stragglers, pick up the slack, find out any more plans, and destroying the rat nest will certainly take care of the rats remaining. But I appreciate your hard work.
As he continues talking, you see Mortlock appear behind, and Zaj gives a very serious look at Mortlock initially, and then to Kragan, and then to Cathalia.
Soldier, I want an explanation immediately.
This man saved our asses. And he has a lot of valuable information.
You are aware that that is Mortlock Vampithor, one of
I
the
am
sons.
very much aware, sir. I'm
Don't
sorry, but
speak over me, soldier, when I'm talking to you. You are aware that that is one of the Duke's sons, and the implications of this is highly severe. I had my suspicions, but not for a second did I ever doubt that that fucking hulk of a man would be in charge of this murder spree.
As he pushes aside you, Cregan, he walks toward Morlock with his sword out.
Sir, if I may interject.
Wait. Actually, he's not in charge of it. Hi, by the way. You remember me. I'm Requiem. I'm a performer and an entertainer. His mother, the Duke, is the one behind this. She's trying to discredit all the Flaming Fists. Mortlock told us everything about it, including the location of where the Duke is and his brother. Also, I don't know if this would be pertinent, but I have a flyer for you. She'll hand him a flyer.
Cregan will
you ever
grab the
need
flyer, crush it, and just throw it on the ground. We don't have
I will
time
give
for
you the
this.
letter from the pirate instead.
I'm presuming that somebody pushes me out of the way.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of things taking place at this point in time.
Yes.
So let's organize this very briefly. Requiem, you're saying this to him, and he asks,
So you mean to tell me that this fucker right here is in charge of this whole thing alongside one of the potential Grand Dukes of Baldur Gate?
No. Sir, I'm not saying that. I'm saying his mother is the mastermind, and they just ordered him to be murdered because he did not want to take part with this cult stuff. And he's turned in his brothers. One of them is at the Low Lantern Inn, and then his mother and his other brother are at the Van Thamper Villa. And we were going to go there after this, and after we reported to you, to try and organize a task force to infiltrate both locations. If anything, Mortlock seems, no offense, Mortlock, like kind of an idiot caught up in all of this.
None taken.
Yeah, he's not really that bright.
go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
But she has
With
the pants.
normal, you
She
have
has-
the pants on, so you have a normal roll.
As soon as she says that, I will take out the letter and begin reading it out loud.
Also, I know I rolled a 15, but now that I am in my college, I cannot ever get less than an 18 perception, or a 18 persuasion check, so.
Good to know. All right, you say your words, Requiem. Cathalia, what are you doing?
To the wretched Deadeye, thank you for your many contributions to our cause. You will find payment as swift as a 10-day. The captives have been taken and will be processed accordingly. As per our agreement, we will not acknowledge any of your participation and will separate ourselves from the actions and consequences thereof. Best regards, TV. The Grand Duke ordered the team to get murdered by pirates.
He stares at you for a very long time. He reaches his hand out for the letter, takes it, reads it himself.
I don't have the mental capacity for all of this. You all get cleaned up. You all look like shit. Come meet me in my office tomorrow morning for further instruction.
As he
Mortlock,
briskly walks away.
I'd like to try
Looks
and
really
tuck the
confused.
flyer into his back pocket.
You can make a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
God bless you, Requiem.
Cregan is gonna take a huge breath and
just a huge sigh in relief.
You try to stick it in, but it bounces off his armor and just falls to the ground, and is now soaking in blood.
Aww, I'll pick it up and I'll try to like clean it off, like rub it on the pants. Just God.
Cregan, you were saying to Mortlock.
I suggest you run. I don't think you want to work for the Flaming Fist, and And as you stated earlier, I don't think you want him to stay here in Baldur's Gate.
This is my plan. I wish to book the ship as soon as possible, and I'll be gone next dawn. I have no future here in Baldur's Gate, not with my mother, and certainly not due to the actions that I've caused. But before I leave, if you need any more information, I'd be happy to supply.
He will look at Requiem.
Farewell, Mortlock. May the gods be with you.
And Kraken will start walking out.
Hey, Mordlock,
Yeah,
there's a captainless ship. Used to belong to Deadeye. You should take it.
He nods.
perhaps I will. I've always wanted to be a pirate.
All right. You all start heading out and find no trouble leaving this dungeon.
Let me out! Let me out!
Go ahead and place yourselves back in the bathhouse for me, everybody.
How shall we do that?
I can't. Okay, I can't.
You can't say that? Okay, that's fine. I'll do it.
You need to
I will do it for everybody.
You need to
Boop.
drop us on the map. We're still on the dungeon map.
Boop.
Oh, that one.
Before we leave, we go back, get the treasure.
Okay.
Margot's just gonna pout otherwise.
Okay.
Let's go get the
So,
treasure.
for brevity's sake, let's say that everybody rushes back, and each and every one of you is holding a 25 to 40 pound chest filled with all the treasure that I laid up for every single one of you.
Except me, I don't want any of it. I'm not taking any of it.
That is to you to decide.
I'll take both chests.
I'll also leave mine behind.
Wait, so how
Wait,
much
what?
do we get?
I'm not very strong. I'm not going to be able to carry a 40-pound chest to the front of this fucking
Oh,
thing.
okay, put it on top of this one. I got it.
I thought
It's
what you
40
put in
pounds.
chat was what was in the chest total, not what we each got.
All the I can put it in chat again. Everything that you guys get. It should be a bit along the log. That is all that you
Right, just
received.
split 3 ways, right?
That's up to you guys to decide. So yeah, so you guys are carrying these chests out of here, and you arrive in the bathhouse.
I think we should probably go rest up. I've got a place, and I've kind of got to check back in, or I might be homeless in the next coming days. So we've got a place, we've got food, ale, beds.
Well, let's go get
Do we
advantage
wanna-
of that before you come homeless then.
Sounds about right.
Let's open the door and get out.
Requiem's going to go over to this pool of water and wash blood off of her hands. Just a little like doctors do. And then she'll follow Craig into the front door.
These people would be long gone, by the way. Just
Oh.
marinating in water forever.
I'm so scared of an ambush.
Funny that you say that.
Oh no.
Fuck off, man.
Oh,
As you guys exit the bathhouse, carrying all of these chests, you hear rustling from everywhere around you. And just like ninjas landing, you see a multitude of cloaked, masked figures appear right here.
Alrighty.
Gosh. Oh, he startled me.
So each and one of them falls out of what appears to be some sort of invisibility, and you see one with black leather armor, wearing a very strange mask and a cloak. He steps up to you guys, removes his mask, which appears to be a human with black slick back hair, but beaming red eyes.
Do these guys look like the cultists downstairs?
They do not. They look completely different. Their masks are different. Their robes are gray and silver. And as the one who you expect to be the leader approaches, he says, "So, it appears that we have some individuals with our horde. We've been tracking this treasure for quite some time, and what a delight that we find some individuals carrying our queen's treasure."
Hi, this must be some sort of misunderstanding. My name is Requiem. I'm a performer and an entertainer. Maybe you've heard of me.
No.
Anyways, yeah, we did happen to just come across a lot of treasure down in this bathhouse that you see behind us. So you're saying it's yours and your queen's? Who is your queen?
Our queen is the only queen of the land, one who shall reign supreme until the end of days. Our queen, Tiamat, requests that her hoard be returned to her immediately. We've been sent by our Lord Archon to retrieve it and kill anyone that we see possessing it. So give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill each and every one of you right now.
Because we might just be the ones who kill you.
Hey, let's not fight. You shouldn't kill us because we saved you the trouble of killing all those really icky dead 3 cultists downstairs, and we brought all the treasure up here, and I'm sure we would be fine giving it to you if you don't, kill us.
So here's what I want to happen. Who is that religion?
I don't know who Tiamat is. I mean, I do out of character, but
so
nice
in
Tiamat.
character, the moment they say Tiamat, you're immediately like, oh shit. You immediately know that Tiamat is the god of chromatic dragons. She is vicious, and she wishes to essentially return to the material plane from her cage in the first level of hell. She is known to be cruel, commanding, and it's very clear that she wants her hoard back. I want you to make a persuasion check, Requiem, with disadvantage. But considering that your subclass means that you literally talk out of your ass in the best way possible, you instantly get an 18. And you do have the pants on.
So I'll roll anyways, just normally, because I have these pants on. Wow. And yeah, I'm going to turn that into an 18.
Wow.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Wow. Okay. He looks at you as he's started curling out his curved blade at Cregan's words. And he eyes you and says, "Drop all the treasure immediately, or we will not see the next day." He makes this claim to you, everybody. What do you guys do?
I didn't take any treasure.
He's eyeing everybody that has a chest right now.
I have 3.
Yeah, you have 3. So mainly you.
And Margot has 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
What are you guys doing?
So, Pregan doesn't really give a shit about the treasure because he's not in it for the money. But also, this guy just walking up and demanding it.
So you're telling me there's more illegal cultism in here?
We have been sent here on a mission We do not reside within Baldur's Gate. For all we know, it could go to hell for all we care. We want our lady's treasure back. That is our mission.
Well, see, this is the thing. I really do not give a damn about money or the treasure. But we did just go through a lot to get this. If we give you the treasure, what do we get in return?
You receive your lives, as they are
Already have my
forfeit the
life.
moment you walk away.
I already have my life.
And you will get
do
it
I
back once the treasure is back in our queen's hoard.
I'm opening the top chest.
You open the top one, and you do actually see what appears to be a crown with 5 spires, each one a different color in the pattern of a chromatic dragon.
Oh shit, it's her crown. I'm not fucking with this.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll close it.
Where's Mortlock?
It's hers.
Mortlock, you have no idea.
He has to be behind us.
Sure. Let's say he went to get his things. You drop it, okay? Falls on the ground. One of the
On the
servants
ground.
actually
No,
come
into the thing, to the chest.
into the what now?
I dropped the crown into the chest.
How is Margot
Okay, so you're just
looking?
looking at it. Gotcha.
What is Margot doing? So they're trying to take away our treasure out. What does Margot say about it?
She's not as money hungry as Nishana was, so she's not gonna fight back about that. She's just a fucking tourist, basically. Rob her.
My patience is wearing thin.
Alright. I think we've all agreed here. We're gonna give you the treasure back. What was your name, mister?
Otis.
Altis. That's a beautiful name. Alright, well, Altis.
We're just giving it.
Yeah, here's your treasure. But I do kind of agree with Cregan. You know, we could probably help each other out here. Not only are we kind enough to return this treasure to you, but perhaps you could be kind enough to help us kill the dead 3 cultists that have started to overrun Baldur's Gate. I certainly know Tiamat doesn't want to have a conflict in control here. Maybe down the line, if we ever are in need of your help, you could come and aid us in some bloodshed against the dead 3. What do you say?
I take no help from the cultists, Requiem. It seems like we're done here. You can take your treasure. And Cregan will start walking away.
I'm not fucking with this shit, man. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
So the two of the cultists will come up and receive the treasure chests from Cathalia and Margot. This guy attempts to take all 3, but fails miserably and kind of like fumbles to the ground. And Altis looks at him very sharply, and he just bows and backs away as 2 others come up and take the chests. And this one comes up and grabs yours, Margot. And Altis will continue to say, "Consider this a down payment on our relationship. If we see that you are in need of assistance, perhaps we could be persuaded through promise of gains to our queen."
Well,
No.
I don't really know how we can really help with that, but I do have something else, and I'll pull out a flyer, and I'll just lean it towards him. There is an incredible shop in Baldur's Gate that is owned by a skeleton man named Olin. It's called Olin's Magics, and if you give them my name, you can personally say I've sent you. My name is Requiem again. I know you may have heard of me. You can get a discount, and it's really it's its own treasure. I'll say that.
He grabs the flyer and he kind of eyes it and gives that kind of look.
Yeah, 28
or-
persuasion. He's going to be a regular shopper there.
Holy shit. He folds it and gives it to one of the cultists next to him, and he says, "Thank you, and goodbye," as each and every single one of them vanish from sight.
I should have taken.
Well, that
Yes, before-
sucked.
Oh, I think that was actually great. Now we have like a little pocket assassination squad of invisible little dragon ninjas. That's pretty
Tiamat
cool.
worshipping ninjas. Actually, sounds pretty cool. Got a bit.
Okay, yeah, see, Cathalia gets it. She gets it.
Come on,
And
let's go.
the danger subsided. A encounter very much narrowly avoided by the incredible words of Requiem. You guys leave the bathhouse to your next destination. So, you guys leave the gates of the bathhouse. Noticing now the light in the sky, Kregan, with your natural ranger skills, you can deduce with a pretty easy nature check that it is approximately 7 in the morning.
Okay. Well, Cathala, you said that you had a place you'd like to take us to.
Yeah. Blade Song Tavern, right?
The official name is the... I am so sorry. I was on...
Wow, that's an
was-
interesting name.
I'm unprepared with this information. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I believe it was the Stars and Blades Tavern.
My bad. Stars and Blades.
You were close.
So let us go and retrieve the payment from the general first. After that is taken care of, we go and gather ourselves up.
You do distinctly remember, Gregan, that he instructed you to come tomorrow
On the morrow.
for further instruction.
If it's okay, as they're like walking away from the bathhouse, Margot would want to ask like questions about who that guy is. I know, like, out of character, I know a decent bit about him, so we can just like assume she knows basically about what I know at this point.
Yeah.
But up until just then, she doesn't know that guy, never heard of him, never met him. So
You may proceed with the conversation as such.
So
Hello?
what was that? That was your boss? I didn't realize that we were an actual adventuring party. I feel like I've missed something.
That was the person who hired us. That is Cathala's boss. Not mine, no Requiem's, not yours.
And she knows Cathalia is part of the Failing Fist. Okay.
Well,
Interesting.
I think we're all kind of pseudo members of the Flamin' Fists.
I prefer
No,
the
I'm
term
for one.
freelancer.
I'm very excited.
I prefer the term freelancer, but yes.
You can
Not
find my
ours.
profile on Fiverr. At
Well, it is very early in the morning. We've taken care of everything we've taken care of. I would like to honestly get some rest.
Right on this street.
All right. So, Cathala, you lead them through the streets of Baldur's Gate. The city is slowly waking up as people are heading out to their duties. You see the very tired faces of the Flaming Fist patrols as they're doing their early morning patrols, walking through the streets. You eventually make it without much trouble whatsoever to the Stars and Blades Tavern. And Requiem, as you're getting closer to this tavern, you suddenly have the realization that you've been here before.
Is this a venue that I have frequented?
This was, in fact, the place that you were staying prior to your meeting Captain Zaj.
Oh, dope. Okay, so I know the owner of this place, which is...
Oh shit, give me a second. I'll
Someone's
start
gonna know who
grabbing
you are.
my cloak and covering all of my wounds. As best as I can.
Make a sleight of hand check. All right, you take your cloak and you kind of wrap it around certain bits and pieces. It's torn in various places and has definitely just got this horrible stench on it. You think you've covered up at least the major ones so far.
Alright.
Anything you want to do, Carmen?
Sorry, that was an accident.
Here, you've missed this.
And Kragan will try to help her out.
Okay. It gets slightly better. Through what reason you don't know, Kregan, as to why she's trying to conceal her wounds, but
I guess.
What was the name of this tavern again, Chris? I missed that.
Stars and Blades Tavern. I'll put it in the chat.
And Blade.
Tavern and Inn.
Alrighty. So as you approach this, you get this sudden realization, Requiem. And if you choose to make no comments, Cathalia opens the door to the establishment and walks in.
I apologize. I will have said, oh, I'm staying here. The owner, Malaria, is so nice. How perfect.
Oh,
Malaria. Is that some sort of disease?
no.
Oh,
Malara.
Kragan. Oh, Kragan, you are so funny.
Okay. Alright. This is about to. Okay.
Kragan just looks around. He actually asks that, like, seriously.
With an 18, yeah, you think so.
Alright. Fucking shit. And I'll open the door.
All right. Through some semblance of frustration, for some reason, with Cathalia, she reluctantly opens the door to the tavern. Inside, you find the normal tavern scene. We don't have a map, so we'll just do this through imagination. It's very early in the morning, and as such, there's not too many customers, but there are the few morning stragglers, a few flaming fists who are starting their day with a nice breakfast. You walk inside, and immediately across the room, you see the bartender, a very pale, older woman, probably in her late 40s, attending the bar. As soon as the door swings open, she looks up and her face just drops and she starts rushing over. Cathalia, your mom, rushes over and embraces you in one of the biggest hugs you've ever gotten. As she says, "Oh my god, I am so happy that you're here. I don't know where you've been. Where have you been? You've been gone for an entire day. You could have been kidnapped. The last time you went out, you just got beaten by those ruffians, and I don't understand. Like, oh, your grandmother was so worried. I couldn't even understand.
No, you didn't tell her. You didn't tell her, right?
Well, of course I told her.
Fuck, Mom!
So, Thalia, does a 24 hit you?
Oh, fuck, yes it does!
Everybody else who's onlooking
Margot is embarrassed.
sees this very public display of affection as this woman tackle hugs Cathalia and starts berating her. Out of the corner of the room, a single sandal soars above the heads of every single patron and nails Cathalia directly in the temple. You immediately take Cathalia 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points of chancla damage.
As a very older half-orc lady bursts through the other side of what appears to be a kitchen area and starts just furiously stomping her way to you, Cathalia.
Why did you tell her?
Why did you run off like that? You weren't everybody in this household. You are an incredibly irresponsible young lady. Do you understand?
Yes.
Running off like that, worrying us. Oh, you're part of the Flaming Fist, so you're allowed to run around fighting these bad guys like you're some sort of superhero. No, you're not. You are not a superhero. You are Cathalia. You are my granddaughter, and as such, you will not be raving through these streets, acting like you're some sort of superhero. This is unacceptable. Your father would not have this if he is here.
I'm not him.
As she's the fury of this older half-orcan lady is palpable. She is yelling, she's screaming, spit is flying off her face. As she makes eye contact with the three of you, awkwardly standing in the corner,
Can we get some
her-
service up in here? I'm really thirsty.
Her facade immediately drops to a smile and says, "Oh, welcome, darlings. Yes, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Please have a seat. We will be very, very happy to assist you very, very momentarily. Just allow me to take care of my good-for-nothing granddaughter who thinks she can terrorize the entirety of her household."
Of course.
We'll just go and walk.
She grabs you by the ear, Cathalia, and drags you off to a room in the separate part of the inn.
Don't do that! Don't do that! Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, I've got some things to say to you. Don't you worry. As they disappear behind the door. We will get back to that in a second.
Oh lord.
I'm dead.
Well, that was
Well,
very
that seems like
colorful.
a perfectly healthy family dynamic.
Margot's
Yeah.
just like, is this how they do things up here?
No.
Malaria, who's standing there, awkwardly, sheepishly behind, says, "Right, okay, that will be just fine. We will work it out. I will get you guys some drinks, some food. I can see you guys look like you. Holy shit! You guys look like you went through what a sewer."
Yeah.
Worse.
Well, yeah. Well, it was the sewer. Drinks would be
Right.
great. Thank you.
Well, yes, no, definitely. Let's just here. And she motions you over to a table, and she runs back to the bar and got some drinks. And as she places it down, she looks at you, Requiem. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you. Wow. Okay. You look great.
It's fine. I get
Um,
that. Oh, thank you. I get that
you
a
look-
lot.
You look wonderful. She turns to you, Cregan. And what a very handsome young man. Well,
Oh, this is-
welcome.
Megan.
Nice to meet you. She does a very polite a bow.
Thanks.
And who do we have here? She points over to the Triton.
She gives she's still kind of sheepish because of the display that just occurred. But she still gives like a bright, friendly smile, and she's like, "Well, my name's Margot. I'm just
Oh, Margot.
visiting here. Nice to meet you."
Very nice to meet all three of you. Obviously, you came in with Cathalia. That means that you must know her. We have we have a very strong family. As I'm sure you've seen. I'm sure she'll be out in just a second. If you guys want to grab some stuff, I have some rooms available. I only have 2 rooms available.
Well, I'm pretty
including your-
staying here. Okay.
Yes, so you have your room. So then if you guys are staying, then we have the 2 more rooms, so that works out pretty well. Right. And she kind of acting flustered with all the things. She's just confronted with, the fact that her daughter is alive. So she's dealing with all the emotions at this point in time, and she rushes off with a huff, gathering orders and dealing with the general menagerie that is a morning tavern.
Take her out. As she runs off.
She nods very, very viciously and continues on your way, and you guys get some delicious food on the house.
Yum.
Margot, I gotta say, I do feel here just like you feel here. Out of my fucking element.
Me?
Yes.
Over the head.
Well, I
love
might be.
Craig just stares at her for 3 seconds, silence.
Never mind.
I just want to inform you that both her wisdom and intelligences are 0, so she's not.
I would catch it.
She's not there.
Cathalia, you are drug into into the kitchen and then through another door, which appears to be a form of home, like a living room. It's furnished with some chairs, with a nice few tables. There's some drinks out of the side. There's a nice sofa. Nothing's nice for you, however, as she drags you by the ear and, with a flick of her wrist, almost suplexes you onto the couch, and is just staring at you. She sits down in the chair across, and it just waits. Well, what is your excuse?
I was working a job. But that's not gonna be a good enough excuse. I already know this. I've been here, done this.
No, it's not a good excuse. And the last time that you went missing, you were gone for 1 day and a half. And where did we find you? Captain Zodge brought you in his arms, beaten and bloody. So what? We were just not going to just sit here and not look for you? We were not going to care?
Well, if you would have asked Captain Zodge, he would have told you I was on a job.
I'm not talking to that man. I'm not doing it again. Not ever since he mentioned your grandfather. No, we'll not do it. Her expression softens a bit. You know that I am just hard on you, Kitalia, because I love you.
Yeah, I know.
She reaches forward and attempts to embrace you.
I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Now, you see, that's a bold-faced lie, my dear. I can tell that right on your face.
Abuela.
And she pulls back and looks over you. Your sleight of hand was 13, correct?
Yeah.
Well, with a natural 1. She looks you over. Well, as long as you don't look as bad as last time. I suppose you killed all of them, yes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me about it, Miha.
Cultists, man. Cultists. Abuela, we do have a problem, though.
See?
I give her the letter.
The letter...
The letter.
The letter. She takes it and she reads it over, kind of squinting her eyes at some parts. And she folds it up and places it down. That is great news. I'm very happy, but oh boy. Kitalia, you should get some rest. We will have things to discuss, and there are some things that I needed to tell you about your father.
What do you mean?
She looks down. Your father is a great man. He's done many things to benefit this family, and there is more to him than you. But now is not the time for that. You are battered, you are bruised. Go, please. Enjoy your friends.
You're not gonna scare him off, right? I kind of like these.
Well, you did bring a boy, so...
Don't! Please, Abuela, don't.
Kitalia, you are 16. It is time.
No.
It's time to look for that one in your life that's good to spend with the rest of your life.
I can tell you that that's not him, Abuela.
I'm just saying, you bring a boy into my home, I'm going to say things.
No.
She starts laughing. I kid. Go, be with your friends. I will come and get you when it's time.
I'll head out.
I love you, Mima.
Just in case he throws another time.
She does not.
Okay. Love you, Abuela.
Love you, Mija. You guys all watch as she's normally like pale green, but even more paler than usual. Cathalia walks out from the kitchen and starts heading towards your table.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi there.
Sorry about that.
You okay?
Yeah. Mom, please.
She looks up. Right away, darling.
I'll talk with my mom to get you guys sorted out with room and board and whatever. If my grandmother, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just
Cathalia looks back very consistently as to be aware of incoming ballistic chancla.
Ballistic chancla.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting your lovely family and Kragenstans.
What the fuck you say?
I'm gonna head out.
I got something to do. Thanks for the hospitality. I will return back into my chambers once I'm done with whatever I have to do. Requiem, Margot, I'll see you soon.
Have a good night.
Bye.
It's 7 a.m. He's going
Have
somewhere
a
else.
good night. Don't forget to sleep.
It was nice to meet you.
Kragan stands up and he walks out with in mind to go to the Temple of Lathander.
Okay. We will cut to that in just a few moments. Requiem and friends. Anyone else want to do?
Margot's just kind of like taste testing whatever she can get Thalia's mom to bring to her, since she's never tried upside people things.
Yeah, so she brings out a very nice platter of bacon, of some form of hash browns, a mug of a warm drink that you taste and appears to be some ginger-based breakfast drink. And there's porridge.
You stop.
There's porridge. There's some form of medieval pancakes. No fish sticks in sight. It's a very hearty breakfast.
She is having the time of her life then. Usually looks like a kid in a candy shop, like, ooh, ooh.
And surprisingly, very moist, considering that it's.
Can you not use that word? Can you
doesn't
not
have
use
The
that?
hash browns were moist. All right. Anything you want to happen before we take up Kraken's solo
Give
adventure?
me just one
Alcohol.
moment, just to double check.
Okay.
Just 1 second.
I want to play dice with. Actually, I want to show Margot how to play Baldur's dice.
All right. You instruct Margot on the logistics and the strategies of Baldur's Bones.
Baldur's Bones.
Oh lord.
The progress we shall see perhaps in the future.
Wonderful.
Alrighty. On that note, Kragan, you step outside in the brisk morning air that is in Baldur's Gate, and you start heading towards the temple. It takes you approximately 20 or so minutes before you arrive at the gates that you once arrived, in a bit more of a alert and quicker circumstance with Requiem being down. You start heading inside and notice that there is a younger boy tending to the yard. Go ahead and make make an insight check for me real quick.
Not good at those. Oh, I'm actually pretty good at that.
Well done. You pass by and you notice that this younger lad was the boy you gave the copper to, one of the pirates. He is currently tending to the yard. He's now cleaned up. He's affixed with vestiges of the church, and he's currently doing some labor on the yard.
Kragan will have like a very slight grin. He's very flattered at what's happened. He won't say anything though. He will continue.
All right, you continue inside. Inside, you once again see the main hall of the church with the pews on either side, with the main hallway going through the middle. You see the preacher's podium at the back. No one is there currently, but there are a few individuals in the pews having various conversations, praying. It's very quiet and calm atmosphere. You approach one of the nearby priests.
Hi. My name is Craig, and I've been here before. I spoke to your head priest, a very big tiefling.
The person you're speaking to is a shorter halfling with brown chestnut hair and freckles with hazel eyes. He looks up at you and says, "Right, so you spoke to Father Akmos, correct?"
Akmos, yes.
Right. Well, I can see if he's not too busy at the moment. Anything I can help you out with?
Got some questions. I don't know if you're interested in dedicating your time to me.
Right. And these are sensitive questions, I'm supposing.
Well, I don't care if anybody hears, if that's what you're asking.
Right, so let me go confirm with the High Priest, see if I can get a meeting with you in just a few minutes.
Appreciate it.
He rushes off. You wait for approximately 10 minutes. And while you're waiting, you're just kind of leaning against the wall. You see individuals come and go. Those with the vestiges of the church. You see the young boy come inside and speak with one of the priests, the Tabaxi priest that you met earlier. The Tabaxi pats him on the back, ruffles his hair a bit, and sends him off to do some other chores. After a while, the halfling comes back and says, "The High Priest will meet you now," and leads you to where he is. You take the back hallways and back to the prayer room that you were once before, and you see the vibrant red, large robed figure that is High Priest Akmos. Currently engaged in conversation with a priest before he sees you. "Oh, yes, there he is, my boy. Come, son, how are you doing today?"
Sir Akmos, I'm sorry to bother you once more. I'm afraid I'm benefiting a little bit too much of your hospitality.
"Well, everyone, of course, is welcome here at any point in time." And he stops and sees you. "My good heavens, my son, you look beaten and battered. Are you fine?"
I've been worse. You should have seen the other guys.
I suppose so. If you may, would allow me to perhaps give you some healing.
Save your power, sir. I plan to rest a little bit.
Sometimes sleep is the best medicine.
I'd request another favor, if you so may.
Pray tell.
We were in a encounter with the cultists of the Dead Three. We managed to kill their followers, a follower of Bhaal, and some other gods I don't remember the name offhand.
Bhaal, Bane, and my crew. He nods his head knowingly. We of the lands of Faerun have been plagued by their presence for quite some time. Truly savage gods, if you want to call them that. Nothing compared to the Morning Lord himself, of course. These are mortals that once gained the power of godhood through their heinous acts. I'm aware of them, but if what you say is true, then you've truly done us all a great service by eliminating their followers.
Yes, and I came across something strange. One of their followers had a head. His own head was rendered of flesh, and he was still able to see, able to live.
He nods.
I've heard of stories of the corpse star, Jadun, the elder evil.
He strokes his beard and eyes you. Zudun, yes. A very ancient, very not well known god. I do ask you, why would you want to know such sensitive things?
Well, from one of the Lathander's followers. The one that perished in the cave. That one time, if you recall. He did mention that Jundun can offer his followers, the one that honor him enough, the ability to raise the dead as they were in life, regardless of how much time it has passed.
His brow furrows as you're saying this. My boy, there are reasons why we have balances to life. And I understand you are going through this grief of missing this friend, lover, sister, brother, whatever it might be. Allow me to give you some warnings, my son. There are ways to give life to those who have been robbed of it. But the delicate balance is one that is not so easily tampered with. I have my healing powers blessed upon me by the Morning Lord, but to breathe life into one who has passed from this world, that is something even I, or any high priest of the Dawnfather, may find difficulty in accomplishing. What you seek is an ancient, powerful wish. Something that many have sought after. Of course, the promise of life after death, persisting after when your string of fate has been severed. Of course, it feels appealing to those who wish to persevere throughout their life. I warn you of this. For with every wish you make, something is taken from you. Resurrection is possible, but it is dark. It is delicate. Is this what you wanted to know?
That's certainly helpful. What I want to know is, just like this person dedicated his life to this god, to Bhaal, and he got the powers, what do I need to do to get the attention of Jadun? And potentially get what I want?
Takes a very brief sigh. My son, I cannot condone these intrusive thoughts, but for the sake of argument, one would of course need to, as many clerics of each religion would, catch his attention. Though, being of eldritch power, it might not be so easy. You would have to do something quite out of the ordinary to catch an elder god's attention.
I see.
But, of course, this is all speculation, right? This is just for the purpose of knowledge. You're not seriously considering following down this path.
No, of course not. At least not yet.
Gives a very solemn look. Well, a man of faith is cast in many flavors. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out a strawberry treat. I pray that you find yours, and if it serves you well.
Kragan will take the treat and he will fiddle with it in his hands. Sir Archmus, I'm afraid I got bad news. We've gotten wind that El Turel has been dragged to the first layer of Avernus.
He takes a step back. This is terrifying news. I question its validity, but
If the rumors are true, Elturel is nothing more than the crater in the ground. If this is the truth, then... Oh boy.
He kind of sits down on one of the pews with his hand over his head.
Sir Rachmos, I'm afraid that whatever path, whatever choice I make next, is gonna lead me to that dark place. Unfortunately, the party I'm traveling with doesn't have the necessary powers to replenish our resilience. As
I understand.
I will shamelessly invoke Lathander's name, in hopes that you could bestow upon us a capable cleric to join our party and have unto our side Lathander's light if we ever find ourselves in the depths of hell.
He ponders for a moment.
My son, you are noble in ensuing this task of great proportions, if what you say is true, and fate is leading you down into the depths of where devils roam. I wish you all the luck that the Morning Lord can bestow upon you, but the priests here,
He motions out to anyone who might be listening or just the general vicinity.
we are not fighters. We are not ones who brave the depths of hell itself, you must understand. We are healers of the common folk.
I understand.
I do apologize, my son. But perhaps there will be someone you discover down the line that perhaps will give you what you seek. Of course, the Morning Lord isn't the only practitioner of healing magic, but I myself must take care of my staff, and with Elturel missing, we must furthermore advance our efforts towards creating a safe environment in Baldur's Gates.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
And he pockets strawberry candy.
If you decide to change your mind, we'll be staying at the Blade and Song Tavern, sir.
I will greatly take that in consideration, my son. And if anything, I will see what assets I can draw for your future.
Kragan turns around and throws his cape as it flows behind him as he walks out.
I tried, guys. I tried. I'm sorry.
Okay, it was a great attempt.
That was great. That was fantastic. But sadly,
Not enough.
Not
not
enough.
Cutting back to our amazing folks at the tavern. Did we want to be doing anything while Kraken has his solo adventure?
I'm all set.
Yeah, Requiem will have probably been drinking for a little bit, and she'll turn to Cathalia and just be like, wow, really seems like your family cares a lot. I mean, you seem like an adult who is perfectly capable of making her own decisions. What's that all about?
Yeah. Strong family ties, can I say?
So do you, like, live here with your family?
Yeah, I do actually. I've got a little brother.
What's
He's
his
not
name?
here.
Oh,
Who,
he's not here.
at this point, Requiem, you feel something crawling up your neck. Go ahead and make an unarmed strike for me to bat away whatever's on your neck.
An unarmed strike? I don't actually know how to do that.
Just roll a d20 and
It should be just a dexterity check.
that'll be fine. We'll take that just for the sake of RP. You feel this crawling sensation up your neck, and you instinctually just kind of like bat it away. And it falls off and lands on the table in front of you. And it's what appears to be a very small brass mechanical spider.
Ew. What the heck was that?
That is my little brother. Larquette, come here. Stop being so antisocial.
Out of a barrel in the corner of the room, you see a very tiny head kind of poke out with the lid still on top. You see some glowing eyes coming from the barrel, and you just hear very muffled.
But I don't wanna.
Get your ass over here and stop being so antisocial.
Make me.
I'll tell Mom.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
He crawls out of the barrel, and what you see is a very lithe, younger half-orc boy, probably 13, 14 years old. He crawls out, and he has a bit of scruffy green hair. He walks over to Requiem and very quickly snatches up his spider as it crawls up his arm and sits on his head. He just kind of stands behind Cathalia, sheepishly.
This is my brother, Larquette. Larquette. This is Margot, and this is Requiem.
He gives a very gentle nod before Margot. You also feel a creeping sensation on your neck. You pull it off, and it's another wronged spider. This time, however, a very small latch opens up as you grab it, and a very foul-smelling, sulfurous methane smell.
Oh, what the fuck?
Spurts out, and it just drops onto the table again, and then just skitters up his arm again. Larquette stifles a very, very intense laugh and just runs off into the kitchen.
Not a fan.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to not be a fan of his little tricks. To be honest, it kind of grows on you.
Yeah, I don't know about fart bomb spiders being fun, but you know, I guess if you're the one in control, then that does certainly sound like something a kid'll love.
The kid's a genius.
Yeah, it's so crazy because I've been staying here for, gosh, heck, a day or so, and you know, now I can't say I actually have noticed the, you know, fart bomb spiders. So.
Well, he wasn't gonna prank you if you were a client, but you're with me, so I usually get the brunt of it. This time it's you.
Yeah, I'm still a client and I'm paying to be here, so if I could speak to maybe a manager of some kind. I just, you know, I'm an
Can
artist.
I call my mom?
I can't. I mean, yeah, I feel like malaria would really kind of get it. I'm an artist. I can't live in these kind of conditions with fart bomb spiders just popping willy-nilly up people's necks.
Requiem. You'll be fine.
All right,
You
as
won't-
long as no
You won't
farts
use them
follow
in the
me.
rooms. It won't follow you into the rooms. I promise you that.
Okay, if you say so. If you say so. Gosh, it's a good thing Cregan's not here. I feel like he wouldn't be able to take that as a joke at all. You know how he can get.
You know what? You might have a point. But don't tell him, just in case.
No, of course not. Of course not. I don't want to ruffle any feathers up in here. I think it'd be better for your little brother if we don't have any fart spiders just creeping about.
I'll mention it to him. Can't promise anything though.
Spiders.
I mean, I can talk to him and tell him never to use fart spiders.
He's not gonna listen to you. You know that, right?
Everyone listens to me.
I don't know if your charm can get through that big brain of his.
I'm not past trying. I mean, if whatever you say doesn't help, I've talked to children in the past about music and singing and entertaining. I've run some workshops in the summers when they're out of their little schools and such. And, well, kids really like me.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Trying to tame a middle school boy. Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. He's in that age. Good luck with that.
So you guys are sitting down, enjoying yourselves. Cregan eventually makes his way back after approximately an hour. You guys are just chatting and conversating. He comes back and looks slightly crestfallen as he comes back to the table.
Hey, what's up?
I took care of what I had to take care of. Tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. We should go shopping, get some healing potions. Anything that could aid us tomorrow.
Alright, but first... Margot,
Yes.
dare you to a chugging contest.
No.
Yes!
No.
Come on, I'll put a big glass of ale in front of her.
You'll,
Margot, you see
really
this,
sniff it.
you see this large, just almost bucket of ale. This brown, like frothy liquid just kind of slammed down in front of you. You sniff
She's only
it.
5'2". Come, guys.
It smells bittersweet in a way. It's very. It's got that beer smell to it. Hard to describe.
That
Beer
smell,
without saying it
that
smells like
smells
beer.
smelly.
A smelly smell that smells smelly. Every session, I'll have this issue.
It's fine, it works out.
Cregan is gonna look exasperated. Fella, can I trust you to buy me 2 or 3 healing potions?
Let me check my wallet a second.
I don't want to drink.
And he just goes up.
My wallet. For the record, you guys are approaching being awake for a very long time.
Yeah, Cregan is going to sleep. Like right now.
I'm
So-
lazy too.
It won't be too long before exhaustion will start to set in.
Go to
you
That
sleep.
one was real.
In real life or
That one was real, my bad.
3 points of exhaustion, real life.
Alright. Potions. Lorcat?
You see the barrel in another corner of the room shake.
Get over
What?
here. Come on.
No.
Yes.
No. Why?
The barrel tips over and he scurries out and stands at attention.
Come here. Alright. How many potions do you want? Not you. Pointing at Cregan.
2, 3. Preferably 3. If you cannot afford it, just
Wait.
get 2.
How much are healing potions usually? I'd like 1 or 2 as well.
25 gold.
Yes, 25 gold pieces.
Out of my own fucking head, bro. Just
All right, well, I
Yeah,
will
you're amazing and I love you for that.
hand that amount to the little kid, or the teenage boy, I guess, who
He's kind of
hides
a
in
kid.
barrels. Like, what teenager? Whatever. Anyways, I
He's
hand
not-
that amount to the little boy, child, man thing. And I will
It's a
say,
kid.
Bro, he's a preteen.
somebody said he was a teenager.
Well, he's half orcs age faster than humans.
look. Can we move on?
Let's stop talking about the prepubescence of half-orc children.
I whatever. I'll give him that amount, and I'll just relay that that's the amount it should cost. And I'll say, if you could pick me up 1, that'd be amazing.
So you hand him 75 gold pieces?
1 was
So-
75.
No, 1 is 25.
Yeah.
He wants 2.
Oh no, I'm getting my own. Cregan can pay for his own.
Okay.
I'm giving Larcat 50 gold pieces,
I don't have that much
covering
money.
Cregan's, and
Okay.
I'm giving him 10 silver pieces. Get yourself some new gears. And stop doing the fart spiders, dude.
Make me. As he grabs it and rushes out.
Man, that gives me the ass whooping. There you
Yeah,
go.
not a fan of that one.
You're not gonna do it, right? So with your ass. Only I can hit my brother.
You cannot catch me. You
Try.
can. Let's have a fucking race. I'll beat you. I got more movement speed
Right,
than you.
I
well,
have a great axe.
and Requiem's gonna put her hands down on the table and stand up. I'ma head out, y'all. She heads up for her room.
Yeah, is
to
it time for
sleep.
bed yet? I'm tired.
Chug!
Oh.
Yes. Requiem, care to share a room?
She'll like look back, and then she'll just like, kind of like look, you know, like look like
Make a persuasion check.
like she's considering it, but then she's leaning to. Okay, what would I have to roll for that?
For the sake of this, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. I don't know. Sounds like a fun time.
All right, well, don't try any funny business. I'm a lady, and I'm really tired, and I need my sleep.
You could always pay for a room for me.
I don't have any money left. I just bought a healing potion.
Well, your room it is then. Kraken will just go forward.
Fine, but I get the bed,
Sure.
and I'll head up to the room.
Okay.
Megan and Requiem sitting in a tree.
Yes, Carmen.
Margot would make her way to her room. and summon-
Yes. So for the sake of everything, let's say that Malara helps out with rooms. She provides everyone who wants their own room. And she said she has 2 rooms available.
Yeah, but I don't have any money.
This is true. So everyone finds themselves in their rooms. What does everybody's getting ready for bed routine look like?
Kraken, since like even if he has a bed, he usually just puts his back on the door that like is the entrance to the room, and just sleeps basically with his back on the wall. On the back,
Like
with the back in the
edgy
door.
motherfucker. Got it.
I'm sorry, man. He's just careful.
Okay. So you're barring the door,
I'm barring the door while sleeping. Yes.
or you're wearing full armor, cloak, everything.
No, of course not. That's nasty.
Okay. Just setting the scene. So you're in your pajamas and you're leaning against the wall near the door.
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming Requiem, Margot, and Cathalia have their various nighttime routines that they do.
Probably. Oh, sorry, Meg.
Oh, please go.
So she probably would have a really hard time sleeping, in like a bed and being comfortable. So
Absolutely.
she doesn't really have like a routine because she has not been on land long enough to establish a routine in that order. But she kind of just like flops on the bed and just like lays there like really stiff and uncomfortable and for a really long time before she manages to fall asleep uncomfortably.
Margot is sleeping like a dead fish on a bed that she's not inside. In a very awkward, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyways.
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Anyone else want to make any nighttime comments before they head to sleep?
Yeah, Requiem, when she gets into the room, she'll like. Is there a changing room, or is it just one room?
It is a single room, but there is a sectioned off area where there is a screen and a few drawers.
Boom will go behind the screen. She will get out of what she was wearing and like put on a different outfit because she has other clothing, and she'll just attempt to kind of clean the clothes that she wore that day, and she'll hang them up to dry, And then she'll go sit down at whatever desk is there and pull some like little small bottles of lotion. And she'll start doing what looks to be like a 10-step skincare routine.
Okay. Fantastic.
And as this is happening, she'll notice Edgy McEdgelord.
Yours truly.
So, why'd you leave the tavern today? What were you up to, mister? As she's like scrubbing her face and water and then scrubbing.
You're on step 3 now.
Well, 2. Step 2
Two,
takes a
got it.
while. You need to wait like 2 minutes.
Oh,
Just,
okay, gotcha.
skip step
Gotcha.
2.
Pay my respects to Lathander.
I did not take you for a God-fearing folk.
Well, I'm not, but a few people I used to respect were, and since they cannot pay their respects anymore, I've taken it upon myself to do so.
Aw. That's kind of sweet. I respect that. Well, I hope you got whatever piece you were looking for. You want any lotion? It's really good for your skin.
No, just keep it for yourself. Oh, by the way, before you go to sleep, if it makes you feel any better, I did hear you once perform in a tavern in Neverwinter.
Requiem will like smile really big and actually blush in the blue on her face.
A very deeper purple.
So you did. Well, what did you think?
Well, it was a time that one of my friends had died. I was really low. Your song made me feel better.
Aw. Well, her face will like sink. She won't look as happy hearing that. I'm really sorry to hear about that loss. But if I could cheer you up at all, that's what I try to do when I sing.
And you did. Can you shut up when people want to sleep, though?
Oh. Well, fine. I just was trying to be polite, but fine. You can go to sleep. Have a good night.
Craig will close his eyes and try to sleep.
She'll turn. She'll like finish her skincare routine. She'll go get in bed, like tuck it up, really tight. Kind of curl over, go to bed.
Sounds good. What is Cathalia's routine of falling asleep?
Fucking building a pillow castle so she doesn't get beat up by her grand.
I will actually tiptoe, avoiding Abuela, on my way to my room. Just looking at the corners.
It's weird. You sneak through the entirety of your home section of the tavern and inn, and you get to your room and you are closing the door when you hear, "Good night, mi amor."
God, she's a witch, bruja. Alright. Good night, abuela. Close the door.
Awesome.
I'll do a couple push-ups until it hurts, and I will patch up all of the wounds I've got left, and I'll pull out the 8 insignias of the flaming fists.
All right.
I'll put them under my bed, and I'll fall asleep.
All right. So, we got some stuff that we gotta talk about.
We do.
Requiem. As you fall asleep, exhausted from the unexpectedly harrowing and life-threatening day, your dreams come to you in a flurry of colors and shapes. You find yourself on a stage, playing a jolly medley to a crowd of cheering and applauding persons, each one laughing and enjoying themselves. You step and you dance in time with the violin, marching to and fro, eyes captivated by your performance. As the end approaches, You strike your violin fervently, ending with a powerful chord that sets the audience on their feet. But as you take your bow, you look up once more and see that all the seats are empty. A fierce silence sets in. And as you scan the room, wondering where everyone had gone, all of a sudden, cracks in the floor of the venue appear. Widening quickly as red light and heat appears, you attempt to turn around and run. But as you do, you see yourself standing before you. Blue skin, dark horns adorned with various jewelry. You see this visage of yourself standing before you, expressionless. What do you say?
Rhapsody?
As you say the word Rhapsody, your voice comes out, but it's not your voice. As you attempt to piece together what is happening, the duplicate rushes towards you and pushes you into the crevice. As you fall, you reach out your hands in a feeble attempt to grab anything as you descend further and further, faster and faster. And the last thing you see is your own red-skinned hands attempting to reach for help as you fall and fall and fall.
And then split.
No! Margot.
Oh.
When sleep takes you, you find yourself having a deep chill go through your spine. And you find yourself floating in a space. You move around and find yourself underwater. And before long, you see what appears to be several lights in the distance, glowing blue and bright. You can't quite make out what they are, but you swim with a speed unmatched by many towards the lights, the water rushing past as you fly through the deep as a bird through the air. You swim and you swim for what seems like ages, but you don't appear to get any closer to the lights as they lay in the distance, still shining. But before you decide to try again, all of a sudden you feel the temperature of the water drop drastically. You search for a source of the cold, but find nothing. With your eyes peering into the darkness before you, you encounter a terrifying sight. Massive fractals of ice, spiking and growing at an alarming rate, start careening towards you. What do you do?
I think I try to dive out of the way.
All right. You start fleeing the opposite direction of these fractals as they twist and turn with an unpredictable pattern as you flee. However, when you start swimming the other way, you see the same sight as ice spikes grow like rigid vines towards you. As they approach, you feel your skin tighten as the very water around you starts to freeze, unyielding and unstoppable.
Horrible day.
Cathalia. You eventually pass out, which is difficult with everything going on in your mind at the time. But despite these thoughts ringing in your mind, you find sleep takes you. What you see is a grassy plain with rolling hills, with patches of sand intermittently placed. You see trees of an unknown type placed randomly throughout the hills, bowing down with oddly shaped leaves that you've never seen before. Stars twinkle and shine above you as the night sky lights up this plain with enough light to make out the colors and features. You walk through this plain, gazing around you, when you hear the sound of footsteps behind you. Looking back, what you see takes you by surprise, as the form of a large lion, twice your size and weight, glowing a light blue and slightly translucent, sitting proudly watching you. What do you do?
I go up to him.
You walk up. It just stares down at you.
Who are you?
It stands up on all fours and walks the other way.
Where are you going? Not to spell behind.
As he walks, you see each step that it takes. As it removes its paw from the ground, a small light blue light shines for a moment and then fades away as it continues walking forward. You walk for what seems to be hours, just walking to an unknown destination. Eventually, you come across a surface, an area of which rock is the only floor. A wide valley with mountains rising from the top. And the rising sun slowly careening above the horizon as it turns around once more and sits in front of you. As the sun rises over the horizon, the lion, once now light blue, starts shining a furious red. You feel heat emanating from this beast, and before you have any time to react, the lion stances and pounces at you. Darkness taking your vision. Kregan, your night is different than anybody else's. As you lay against the wall next to the door, you start to doze off, but still keeping a very, very high perception of everything around you, as you have trained yourself to do so. Make a perception check, please.
Apparently I haven't.
You look around and you question what got your attention in the first place. You look over at Requiem, who seems to be having a rough dream at the moment. It's quiet, and while you all went to bed at a relatively early time, it's dark, and the stars shine in the sky. As you look out of the window across the room on the wall adjacent from you. All of a sudden you hear the sound of some tweeting. As from the night perches a small sparrow under the windowsill. It turns and hops around a few times, and then seems to make eye contact with you for a second.
I will kind of like stand up and very carefully kind of like, not tiptoeing, but placing his feet heel to toe very slowly to not wake up Requiem. He goes and opens up the window and then puts his kind of like hand on the parchment for the bird to climb on his finger.
It climbs on, or hops on, rather. It just revels its feathers a bit and looks at you. It's odd. For a moment, you forget that birds don't really stay up this late. So, using your general knowledge of the wilderness and animals and the way that they act, you peer down at this tiny sparrow on your finger. You search within yourself the talents that you need in order to communicate with this beast, and this is not a bird. As you have the thought to yourself, it suddenly expands into a humanoid form, leaps up and attacks you. I'm assuming with a... this will be with advantage. I'm assuming a 25 will hit.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So this is going to be a total of 15 points of piercing damage. As the sparrow that was once on your finger explodes into a larger form, a cloaked figure with a green, dark green mask and cloak jumps up with a dagger in hand and just stabs you right in the sternum, catching you completely by surprise. I need you to roll initiative, please.
This is why I'm always...
So, you are wearing no armor, but your weapons are to your side. So, you rolled first on initiative. What are you doing?
Okay, so first of all, I rolled first initiative, right?
Correct.
Okay, I do have Dread Ambusher. Right now, my walking speed increased by 10, but I can basically make two attacks first.
Okay.
And that will be 2 longsword attacks on this guy with advantage due to my other abilities.
All right. Both of those definitely hit. Go and roll damage. Holy shit.
So 16 plus 17, that is 31 damage.
31 points of damage. That is actually insane. Man, going first is the best. At the first turn of each combat. So this isn't a thing you get every turn. This is just the first turn of combat.
The first turn.
Okay, I was about to say that's a little crazy.
Yeah, so
You've played with Dennis before. You know he's gonna have like 20 attacks.
That's fine.
For my
No,
7th attack, I will strike him with my longsword.
I definitely encourage it. All right, cool.
is this guy by any chance undead?
No, it is not.
Okay.
So as he jumps off and stabs you in the chest and leaps backwards, leaving a dagger inside, you quickly lash out twice with your short sword, catching him by complete surprise. As you slash forward with the second strike, you catch him on the chin and knock his mask off. And then he looks at you back. You see pale skin, a half-elven male, approximately 16 years old, with black ruffled hair and hazel eyes. He looks at you and then clutches his wounds. And he's going to...
As a bonus action, I would like to chug... Oh, I don't have potions. Never mind.
You have nothing on you but your... Oh, you don't have potions to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, as he does this, as you do this to him, he rears back and he starts gasping, not expecting the amount of damage he was about to take. And he's just... He goes to you, and you see like claws start growing from the ends of his gloves, just like spreading, and you just see this dripping of acid come at you as he attempts to swipe at you twice. This is going to be... That's going to be 16 to hit.
16. So let me double check because it's.
I mean, you have no armor on, so.
No armor. Do I have my shield? Would I have my shield?
We'll say sure.
Okay, so that's 16 AC.
Okay, so that just barely hits you. He rushes forward and he lashes out with ginormous acid-induced claws. It rips across your shirt, and you just feel the stinging of the acid melting the skin. And he's going to look around him and sees Requiem sleeping over on the bed. He's going to look over there, and he's going to use his movement to jump on top of the bed immediately above Requiem. Requiem, you are immediately shook awake from this horrifying nightmare as you see before you a bloodied, robed man jump on top of the bed, and almost above you with these giant claws of dripping acid. His face is just full of pure hatred and anger.
How much
go ahead and
damage
roll
do I
initiative
take?
for me, Requiem. Oh, you take 13, by the way.
13.
13 acid damage.
Oh.
All right. In that case, we'll put your turn in next. So top of the round, Cregan, your go.
Oh, I'm Zephyr striking this motherfucker. I'm going
All right.
back. I'm going back in again. I'm attacking with advantage.
Okay.
With my longsword.
that definitely hits.
For 18 damage.
18. All right. So you rush forward, and thank God you didn't roll less than a 10, because that would have hit Requiem.
Okay.
But you lash forward, almost taking one step onto the bed and doing another thrust towards him. You get him right in the shoulder. And he screams out, "Ugh!" And what comes out of him is a much younger shout than he would have originally imagined a man of this size to have. That's going to be your turn. Any bonus action or movement you want to do?
Do I? You know what? No, that's it.
Okay. In that case, Requiem, you are in your bed and you see fighting.
I'm gonna immediately, like as a reflex, push my arms up, and I'm gonna touch the person that's assaulting me, and I'm gonna cast Sleep upon them.
Holy shit!
Okay. How many hit points do you have, Cregan?
2. I only have 2.
2?
Yeah.
All right. Both the intruder and Cregan immediately fall asleep as you reach out and cast this area of effect spell centered around your location. As they both fall unconscious, sleeping.
What the fuck just happened? And I'll just bolt up and I'll like look around and I'll see like Cregan bloodied and at 2 hit points and this other fucking someone on the other side. And I'll just like get up really quickly. I'll like wrap the sheet around myself.
Like just hold the covers up like.
Yeah, I'll just shake Cregan awake. Cregan!
You are shaking
Cregan!
awake, Cregan.
Yeah, Cregan will just wake up, see himself blooded, and I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself. Almost immediately, the moment I said that.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Who the hell's this? What's happening?
Got some ideas.
He pulls out his longsword and just tries to thrust it down on this guy, trying to kill him.
Okay. Right.
Actually, the moment he ups his greatsword for a moment, he takes it down. He's gonna pull out a set of manacles.
Okay.
Lock it around his wrist, disarm the guy, take everything that he has, like actually give him like a thorough search. If he has anything.
And we'll kind of help disarm this.
Do I find anything on him? Anything interesting?
You do.
A letter or
You
something?
find 15 gold pieces. The most noticeable thing, however, is around his neck is a necklace. The string itself is actually made of very, very, very finely woven rope. Like not like rough rope that you would find like at a port, but almost like fine twine. And at the end, the actual necklace bit is a opal that has been surrounded by oak.
Well, I will take the gold pieces first of all. I'll take the thieves' tools and everything else I just discarded aside. I grab the guy basically with his hands tied in front of him. Just grab him, back him against the wall, just give him like a huge slap.
Roll the hit.
So that's gonna be a 16.
16. You just full force slap him. He wakes up very violently and just. He sees you now out of his sleep and just eyes you.
The way we're
Requiem
gonna...
standing behind him with her arms crossed, looking very serious.
So, the way we're gonna do this is you're gonna answer my questions. And I might let you go. First one is, how did you find me?
He just stares at you, breathing heavily.
I see. He takes one of his daggers and cuts one of his fingers.
Okay. You do so, and he screams out, "Ah!
Oh my gosh!
Ah! Okay! Okay!"
I'm listening.
I've been looking for you for a very, very long time.
I got an idea why. How did you find me now?
Wouldn't you like to know? At that point, he turns almost. It almost seems like he just disappears out of nowhere. Both of you make a perception check.
Not one thing.
You see what appears to be a fly now in the space of where he was, just fly out the window.
I swat the fly.
I presume
Make an attack.
Do I have time? Do I have time to react to that?
You
or is
both
it
get an
just
attack
not-
of opportunity.
Okay, so I will attack. I'll Zephyr Strike to attack with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my things are so terrible. Nothing's good. I'll mock it.
You cannot attack opportunity with the spell.
Oh, no. Okay.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. You see this fly, and just in a almost like a Karate Kid moment, you see it and you lash out with your sword. Just as it's getting out of the window, it turns back into the person. He falls 2 stories down.
Jesus.
You just hear as he
You'll hear
falls.
Requiem say, "Yeah, that's right. You better buzz off, buddy."
And if you look down out of the window, he has disappeared once more.
Oh, he's still alive. How much HP does this motherfucker have?
A bit more than you might have thought.
But less than 32.
Less than 32, correct.
We've been found, and unfortunately they know you are with me. We need to get the hell out of this place.
Do we want to just chase him? He's right outside the window. He must have fallen. He's pretty hurt.
He can transform into flies and spiders and everything. We'll never be able to find him.
Who is it?
Kragan will kind of like take a deep sigh, close the window, lock it, barricade it with like another thing. What can you find?
You take a chair that was sitting at the desk and you just kind of like wedge it.
He was alone. If he had any friends, he would be here with friends. I'm pretty sure we did a number on him. It'd take a while for him to recover. I don't presume he'll attack us again. Let's go back to sleep.
Who is him? I have no idea who this person was. Who's this?
An assassin.
A what?
Assassin.
A what? Why is there an assassin after you?
He attacked you, he didn't attack me.
Well, you're the one who's like, oh, he would have brought friends. He would have. I have no reason to be attacked. I'm an artist.
Maybe you're just a good one. Someone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was unintentional. I'm sorry. Continue.
Maybe you're just such a good artist that somebody wants you dead, like a rival, maybe?
I mean, I've had stalkers in the past, and Requiem will actually look somewhat flattered for a moment.
Kragan, meet me in the 1-on-1, please.
Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna roll with deception.
So, this is just for you.
I know what probably happened, right?
Just so we can do this quickly. You've definitely seen those eyes before.
Yeah, I figured.
Alright, let's get back.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay. What are you guys doing? Going back to sleep?
Well, we definitely not going back to sleep after what just fucking happened.
Did I get my sleep though? Did I get my sleep?
But we are.
It was briefly interrupted, but you can continue it and still get the full effects.
Oh, thank God.
I was about to say, what if we take watch from now on?
You talking to me or talking to her?
No, I'm talking to you right now. Would you allow us to basically cover the rest of the night by me taking watch and Requiem taking watch?
I'll give you a DM hint and say nothing else will happen during the night.
Okay. Just for flavor then. Kraken will try to sleep. We'll go back to his position. Back on the door, careful. Eyes on the window. And try to sleep with perception on.
Alrighty.
Wait, hold on. If there's somebody coming out to kill me now because of my fame, I am really thankful you saved my life. Well, I mean, I guess technically I'm the one who stopped whatever was going to happen with my... But I appreciate it.
Maybe you can repay me in kind tomorrow.
And he kind of like looks at now his closed wounds by his cure wounds.
Healing potion? I can buy you a drink.
I don't need you to buy me a drink. That's like 20-something gold. I don't even have gold. I'll cure you right now with some magic-y stuff, but I don't want to give you my healing potion. I only could afford one.
No. I meant I treat you to a drink with that drink being a healing potion.
Oh. Well, okay.
I would catch it.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll take you up on that drink. That sounds really, really nice of you.
Smartest pair of blue people you ever met.
Nice. All right.
I'm gonna go to sleep, but you have a good night, okay?
I wouldn't say no to you patching me up just a little bit more, though.
And Kraken kind of like drops his arm that is like almost scarred.
And I'll say, well, I'm sure that you're just gonna feel much better with a good night of sleep.
Thank you. There we go. We're done. Let's go sleep.
All right. You guys find yourselves reluctantly and with a bit more difficult back to sleep. All dreams are normal after the initial ones, and everybody gains the benefits of a long rest. As the morning arrives, everybody receiving a well-deserved long rest. Thoughts are rampant as everyone questions the dreams that they had during the night. And most importantly of all, Kragen's question of who the fuck tried to kill him. Shogo answered, sometime soon, maybe.
He
We
has
shall
an
find
idea.
out.
He has an idea.
He has an idea. And that's all he has. And I think this is an amazing point to end tonight's session.